I know there's a recurring theme of his love, happiness, laughter, energy, family, joy. These are words I heard throughout the presentation. I think my cousin Douglas was reading my thoughts also, because pretty much we have similar thoughts about Uncle Alvin, and so you'll hear some of them repeated. Woody Allen said, "It is not that I'm afraid to die, I just don't want to be there when it happens." So, this is true of Uncle Alvin, the Uncle Alvin that we all know and loved. He went to bed on Wednesday, January 26, 2022, and did not wake up on January 27th, 2022. He doesn't know he's gone forever sleeping. Uncle Alvin, or Alvin James Stewart, is the 8th child of Arthur and Evelyn Stewart, the last of 4 boys. Behind Cliff, Clovis, and Aspen, who all predeceased him. Of his 5 sisters, he was predeceased by Winnie and Linda, leaving Estelle, who lives in Canada and regrettably could not be here today, Ina, who lives in Mandeville, and Marilyn, Audrey, who are with us today. Like most of the Stewart's children, Alvin attended Bohemia Elementary School, where he completed the first and second Jamaica local exams. His next stop was Homewood Technical High School, then on to Jamaica School of Agriculture. You heard from his JSA classmate, Mr. Vermont, earlier. He was as academically astute as he was athletic. The year that he took the first Jamaica local exam at Bohemia School, he was the only one who was successful, while everyone else failed, including those who sat for the second and third year exams. The school and the district at large were astounded. The word spread that his father, Mas Arthur, must have gone to a bosom man. And they all wanted to know who, because they wanted to make contact so that their children would be successful also. The joke was on them, however. Mas Arthur was a prayer warrior, and he was anchored here in this church, where up to the time of his passing was one of the longest serving elders. At Homewood and JSA, he took to sports, specializing in distance running. Thus, he was known as the Miler, and at JSA won himself a cow calf as a prize each year. Funny, no one knew what became of those cow calves upon graduation. According to his sister, Auntie Madeline, the secret would remain between him and the principal, Gail. Upon graduation from JSA, his first job was with the Banana Board as an extension officer in the parishes of St. Mary and Lady Clarendon. Some of us well remember the little Grey Morris miner, which, in addition to work, was used to transport produce and goodies to friends and families in Kingston and Trelawney. He loved his mother dearly, Mutty, as she was known to all of us. He visited her every weekend that he was off. And I remember as a little girl seeing them on Sunday evenings, hugging and crying because, as Douglas said in his speech, he was a favorite, and I think that was very true. No offense to those who are listening. So Uncle Alvin migrated to Canada, Toronto, Canada. Okay. Uncle Alvin migrated to Toronto to Canada to join his sister Estelle. While in Canada, He attended the Toronto Institute of Medical Technology, where he was trained as a respiratory therapist. This was an emerging area in healthcare at the time, and he was among the first to become certified in that specialty. After years of living in Toronto, he moved to the Bronx, New York, to begin a new life. He found employment as a respiratory therapist at the Bronx Lebanon Hospital, where he assisted in establishing their respiratory therapy department. He also worked at the Lutheran Medical Center in Brooklyn, New York. He married Anne Paris, and the union produced 2 children, Nedra and Alvin. Arlene, his firstborn, later joined the family from Jamaica. Uncle Alvin went back to school. He earned a bachelor's degree in management and started working towards his master's degree. Engraving was his hobby. He was passionate about it. He turned this hobby into a business opportunity as he negotiated engraving contracts with major airlines and jewelers, and continued working with individual clients on their specialty gifts. He bought a white Toyota truck. He visited county fairs near and far, where he engraved items in real time. I think that every family member owns at least one gift item that he has personalized for them. Pieces of crystal, glassware, plaques, mugs, keychains. I think we all have something to remember him by. After many years in New Jersey and raising a family, he moved to Florida. He continued his engraving and continued to bring laughter and cheer to the people, everyone he met. Uncle Alvin became the point person for family and friends in Florida. Who can forget his green sports BMW? He really loved to drive that car. His stomping ground was the Orlando area, from Disney World, shopping, dining, or just calling on friends and colleagues. He was always ready to drive family members around, sometimes accompanied by his dear friend, Eloise Carter. His sister Marilyn recounts fond memories of one visit with him in Florida. They were on a trip to visit his nephew, Radcliffe, and his wife, Marilyn, in Tampa. Of course, she said that he managed to miss nearly every exit on the way. He would laugh and shrug it off and say, "Oh, we're just exploring new areas." We got lost, she said. We laughed at ourselves. We were happy. If you know, the recurring theme is happy. Uncle Alvin saw the funny side of everything, thus earning him the nicknames of Happy Man, and to his nieces and nephews sometimes Mad Uncle Alvin. And his niece Annette dubbed him Funkle Alvin. Funkle, you might not find that in the dictionary, but it's a combination of fun and uncle. He kept in touch with his entire family by phone or visits. And who can forget his parting words are always, "I am A-OK." Uncle Alvin, life has come to an end, but love doesn't. Mesh Alvin. In his later years, he moved into senior citizens residential community where he made himself comfortable and happy. He endeared himself to his fellow residents by being involved in sports and entertainment. He was energetic. He walked miles per day, taught his colleagues dancing, and if that was not enough, towards the end of his life, he bought himself a piano and was taking private lessons. All this time, he continued with his engraving hobby, engraving items for his fellow relatives, and boasting to us how much money he was making at his craft. And The ultimate goal for him, however, was to make someone else happy. He attended the funeral services of all of his siblings and was a master at mixing sorrow, grief, and happiness, crying at the graveside, singing and dancing at the repast. Such was the brother, father, uncle, cousin, friend we know as the happy man, Uncle Alvin. Constant people in his life were his daughter Arlene, who is here from New Jersey with her family, her husband, Dr. Adegola Orafadia, and her sons, Ojua, Sonakin, and Nakinola, Arlene's daughter, Sierra, and his great-grandson, Jason. Son Alvin and daughter Nedra were unable to be here today, but they will have an opportunity to say their final goodbyes in a funeral service that was held in Florida last Saturday. Today we will lay you to rest as you requested, beside your brother Clovis, and as you stated, together you will watch over the district of Lawrence. Your wish is hereby granted. Your life has been a blessing, and you will never be forgotten. Now that Uncle Alvin has listened to us talk about him, I'm sure he would like to respond to us. So Christina is going to read a poem responding on his behalf. Thank you.
Right. Let me go. When I come to the end of the road and the sun has set for me, I want no rights in a gloom-filled room. Why cry for a soul set free? Miss me a little, but not for long, and not with your head bowed low. Remember the love that once we shared. Miss me, but let me go. For this is a journey we all must take, and each must go alone. It's all a part of the master plan, a step on the road to home. When you are lonely and sick at heart, go to the friends we know. Laugh at all the things we used to do. Miss me, but let me go. Thank you.